All right, note to my editor, make this very raw, no fancy cuts, just raw. Okay. Welcome. Today I'm going to talk about setting goals, hitting goals, and I guess how you can hit goals and why you're not hitting goals. So kind of both ends of the spectrum. The reason why I want to talk about this is because I've set goals that I said I wanted to achieve, and I've achieved them many, many times. And I've also set goals that I haven't achieved multiple times, and I kind of understand why. And now, of course, like I have goals that I want to achieve, and I think everyone should always have goals. It's not like a cycle that ends, if that makes sense. It's like you will never not have a goal, because if you don't have a goal, I think you'll be miserable. Like if I didn't have a goal, I'd probably be depressed. I would not be able to live without a goal. It's like that feeling of always chasing something and like having a purpose. It's so big. Like if you don't have that, I don't think you could. This chair is very uncomfortable. I don't think you could live. With that being said, I'm kind of gonna break down when I hit my goals, why I hit those goals, how I think about setting goals now. Maybe I'll talk about what some of my goals are, what I want to do, and hopefully I'll provide some value. So currently I'm here in Bali. To be honest, for me, Bali has been, like, nature is awesome. For productivity, I wouldn't really recommend it, depending on what kind of business you run, but I work in the US, all of my clients are in the US. It's not really that good for me. So I've been here now for about a month. Probably not gonna go back for quite some time. Just a quick review on Bali. But let's dive in. So the first thing with the goals is you will never achieve a goal that you think is too big. However, when you set the goal, you should think that it's very, very big. What I mean by that is, for you to hit your goal, you have to not put it on a pedestal. I remember this, like, I literally worked probably 1 to 2 years every single day. I was cold calling, sending SMS and all that stuff to get clients. And I never hit 10K per month. And it was because I always put it on a pedestal. When I stopped doing that, so I stopped putting it on a pedestal, then I was like, I finally believed that I deserved it. It was like, come on, 10K, it's nothing. Like, why am I not there? 3-4 weeks later, I hit it. And I remember it was just such a big thing for me, because I used to do a lot of visualization. Is that how you pronounce it? Never mind. I used to do a lot of it. That word that I can't pronounce. And I still do, but I remember that I did it so much one time during one specific point that I remember I believed it to be true so much. I remember I was on a coaching call, and there was this guy who asked me, like, hey, how much do you make right now? How many clients do you have? And instead of saying the number that I in reality had, I said what I had in my mind and the things I've had visualized. And yeah, after that I achieved it. So with that first point, when setting goals, I really feel like you should definitely aim higher as the first thing. But after you've set those high goals, work and do everything you can to make that your reality. Make it very possible in a sense. Like make it very like a non-negotiable in a sense. Get in the rooms with people doing way more than what your goals are and what your goal is. If it's, you know, money related, business related, as it is with me, pretty much every single, well, not every single goal, but I always have a goal in my business. That's like my main goal, financially. And yeah, get in rooms with people that are making more. Listen to people that are making more on YouTube, on podcasts, and just act as if you're already there. So yeah, those two combined. So we got thinking very big. If you're thinking small, yeah, you might achieve the goal, but I would rather think way bigger and get 50% than aim way smaller and get there 100%. So, and of course, like if I set a goal, there's no way I'm gonna get 50%, I'm gonna get all of it, but you get the point. If you have a time frame on the goal, essentially. So that's the first two things, thinking big and not putting it on a pedestal. Now, when it comes to goals, there is a point. For me, this was about $30,000 per month. That was a point for me where my why wasn't big enough, so I wasn't able to scale past that. So the thing I want to bring up now is you will stop achieving goals when your why is not big enough. And by why, I mean the reason why you want to hit the goal. Let's say you're going from 0 to 30,000. Your life will change a lot. I mean, you can travel, you can eat good food, you don't have to worry about like all money. You're not, you know, rich, but you can start get comfortable. And when you are at that point, you have to have a bigger why, because if your why is just to travel, or if your why is just like, oh, I'm doing this because I want to make money, well, why do you want to make money? Oh, because, you know, I want to prove everyone wrong. Let's say that's your deepest why. You were, let's say you were bullied in school. You want to prove everyone wrong. When you're making 30K per month, you've kind of already done that in a sense. And it's different for different people, but when you achieve that and your why is now not big enough, you will stop achieving your goals. And that was something I had to figure out the hard way. That was something I had to figure out. Now, my why, I have a lot of whys, but my like deepest why, and I think I've posted this on my channel as well. Yeah, when I was speaking to Cameron England, in the villa in Mykonos, my why is now way deeper, and that will allow me to make better decisions on a daily basis, so I can scale faster, further, and I can help more people. Now, how do you find out your why? This is something you're not gonna do once. This is something you're probably gonna do a lot. And every single time you get to a new level, you might have to redo it. What you do is you ask yourself a bunch of deep questions. No phone, sit with a piece of pen and paper or a document on your computer, preferably when you're on a flight or, you know, when you can concentrate in a dark room, locked in. You want to ask yourself a bunch of deep questions like, why am I doing this? Why do I want this? And then just continue to ask yourself that. So why do I want to make more money? Well, I want to be financially free. Why do you want to be financially free? Because I want to be able to buy my parents a gift, and I don't want to be, like, I want to, be able to do whatever I want. Okay, why do you want to do that? Why do you want to be, why do you want to be able to buy your parents stuff? And why do you want to be able to do that? And you just continue until you get to the root cause. Now, if you've been stuck and you do this, you're going to realize that your why is not big enough. So you have to get a bigger why or you're not going to scale. So how can you find a bigger why? Well, I can't tell you that, to be honest, because that's something you're going to have to find out yourself. You have to get a why, though, that's so important that you would go through all of the hardships of making a business to be able to get that goal. Because running a business is not easy. It's never going to be easy. And you have to have such a big why. So it makes sense for you to go through all of that pain to get that goal. And the higher or the bigger your goal gets, the more pain you're gonna have to go through to kind of get that goal. So you have to have a bigger why, essentially. Now, there is people that doesn't have that big of a why and they can probably still scale. They probably, they can get rich off crypto and other things. But I don't think they would be as fulfilled as someone who has a really big why, that is working towards that every single day. It's not easy, but they do achieve that goal. So my plan for now, I'm gonna leave Bali tomorrow or in 2 days or in 3 days. I haven't booked my flight yet, but I'm gonna leave because it's not the best. I wanna be productive. So on my plane, I'm gonna ask myself a bunch of questions. Now, I'm pretty clear on my why already, but I wanna go deeper because now I've had a month here. Sounds like someone's stealing my moped over there. Hopefully not. What was I gonna say? Yes, on the plane, I'm gonna go deeper on my why. I have my why kind of already, I do have a pretty big why. I want to go deeper on that though. I want to redefine it because I've had now a month where in Bali, to be honest, I haven't been as productive as, for example, when I was in Dubai. Dubai was awesome. I got a lot of things done. I was really aligned. Here in Bali, I haven't really been that way. So I kind of have to get back to the same path again. So I'm going to redo the why, go deep into that, and then I'm going to be back in my home country for quite some time in Sweden, which is going to be very exciting. So I'm going to go to Sweden and scale. So my goals right now, first of all, I want my agency to do about $150,000 per month in profit. That's what I'm going to do. And my bigger goals is to get to $1 million per month with my business. Now, I do not know if that's going to be in this vehicle. My main objective right now is just to get to about $150,000 to $200,000 per month profit with me fully delegated. And then I'm going to see if it makes more sense to double down on my business and keep on scaling that, or to open up another vehicle and scale that one. So we're going to be able to see, we're going to see. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting. Is there anything I want to add on that? I don't think so. Yeah, that's pretty much it. 150K profit to 200K profit. Removing myself. Yes, I will get the skills needed to scale another company as well. Because I think actually running a marketing agency it's not hard, but I wouldn't say it's not complex. It's complex. You got to have a couple of systems in place, of course, and SOPs and all that stuff. Delegate. Yeah, that's the situation right now. So hope you got some value from this.